Hi, my loves. Welcome back to the Starscartel channel. If you don't know, I am Star. Thank you for joining me for March Madness. If you don't know, it is my birthday, okay? And I will be glorifying God all March long. The message I heard was get stats annually. The scripture comes from Judges 18 and 27. Then they took what Micah had made and his priests and went to Laish against the people at peace and secure. They attacked them with the sword and burned down their city. There was no one to rescue them because they lived a long way from Sidon and had no relationship with anyone else. The city was in a valley near Beth Rahab. Okay, so I feel like God is saying for somebody, you need to check your stats annually. So when I first heard this and when I first read it, I heard God saying for somebody, you are not really like keeping up with what you are doing and what you are accomplishing. Regardless of this, I feel like it's a situation where like you have all of these accomplishments that you're trying to make. You're trying to do so many of them at the same time, and it's kind of like you're not able to really keep track of it. You're not able to actually focus. You're not able to even congratulate yourself. Sometimes we like drop the ball with cheering ourselves on, and this is not in an arrogant, this is not in a I think I'm better than somebody, this is not none of that. Like, I just feel like sometimes we do not clap for ourselves. I myself had to check myself on not clapping for myself. And sometimes when you don't clap for yourself, then you'll be expecting other people to clap for you. And some people just not gonna clap for you, regardless if it's because they don't like you, regardless if they feel like what you did is not an accomplishment. Maybe they feel like it's something easy to do. Maybe they feel like it's something else they think you should be focused on or whatever. And it's just like God is saying that you need to take out the time to notice what you are accomplishing. Even with me as a life coach, when I have someone that wants my help, the first thing I would tell you to do is write down everything you want to accomplish. Then you have to decipher what is important, what is unimportant. And it's like it helps to guide you through accomplishing the things that you want to accomplish. It really helps so much, because once you have written things down and you see it on paper, it kind of gives you a guide, like kind of like being in school and taking a math class. When you are learning a new I forgot what they call, when you're learning a new what is it called? Y'all know what the equation. When you learn a new equation, thank you, Lord. Okay, when you're learning a new equation, typically the teacher writes it on the board. Okay, and when the teacher writes it on the board, you have all of these equations that are similar that you have to not exactly copy, but it's like you have to take that equation and you have to look at the similarities and figure out how to solve the other equations. Basically, when you write everything down in lists, you are able to actually have something physically that you can look at and understand what you have to accomplish, what things may have to be accomplished before you even accomplish this big thing. Because before you can go and buy a house, you got to get your credit right. Before you can go and do certain things, there are other things that have to be put in order. It's like, especially buying a house, before you can even get the house, you need to have a job. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you have to make sure you have everything taken care of in their designated order. And basically, God is saying that He wants you to get to a point to where you are able to do that. You are really taking charge of this. You're taking note of everything, and you're understanding that there are certain things that have to be in order, certain things that have to be placed in a certain list, and all that good stuff. And it will make it easier for you to accomplish what you have to accomplish. Right now, for whoever this message is for, I feel like you are not keeping track, okay? And because you are not keeping track, it is easy for you to lose count of so many things, like money. It's easy to lose count of what you have. It's easy to lose count of where you're supposed to be, what you expected by this point in time. God is saying to leave yourself reminders and remind yourself, especially if you are getting ready to take on a new task. Like if you are not used to paying a car note and you're about to start paying a car note. God is saying that you need to be able to keep track of things to ensure that you are paying on time and you're not having to deal with your stuff being repossessed. Um, and like that's literally what the scripture is about. Someone not like having a problem with, they thought they were at peace, they thought they were as secure, but um these other people came and burned down their town, and there was nothing that they can do. And I feel like God is saying to keep track, because whatever it is that he's about to bless you with, you can't handle it. It's no way that you can't handle it. God would not give you something that you cannot handle. If you couldn't handle it, then God wouldn't even be like, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and bless them. Like, why would God, that would be like a parent giving a child a car and they can't even drive yet. God is saying like, no, he made sure that you were ready for this. But this is just a reminder. When you jump into this thing, ensure that you are keeping up with everything, every bill that you have to pay, keep up with it. Every like I hear installations, or if you have to deal with something such as any kind of repairs or anything like that, God is saying that he wants you to be ready for these things. He wants you to be ready, like, ready. If you have a car, he wants you to know in your heart, in your mind, okay, in your spirit, that you are going to have some money stashed away just in case that thing break down, because that's what they do. That's literally what cars do. It don't matter how new your car is, it's going to give you some sort of, it's going to need some sort of maintenance. So you need to understand all of these things before God gives you these things, okay? But I do feel like this is for somebody that God is about to release something to. God is about to release this blessing to somebody. And he's saying, you are ready. However, he wants you to also take note of these things. You have to understand these things, because he does not want you to end up in situations that you may have ended up in the first place, or maybe you've had to deal with certain things. And God is just saying that keep track of all of that. Like, if God is moving you, keep track of every single bill that you have going on. Keep track of everything that's on your schedule. Keep track of cleaning. Keep track of all that stuff. Like, God does not want to bless you with something and then you drop the ball on it. God does not want to give you something and then you are unable to actually receive this gift because you're not ready. That's why sometimes God makes us wait so long for certain things. I feel like when you receive this thing, it is going to be a relief. Because it says that they were at peace and they were secure. So this is meant for someone to make them feel at peace. Like, they want to feel at peace regardless to if you are tired of riding a bus, or you are tired of not having your own house, or if you are tired of having to walk everywhere, or if you are tired of not having a job and not having your own money, or whatever it is that you are tired of. God is giving you this so you can be at peace and be secure. However, you have to handle your part. God is doing it on his end. On his end, he is blessing you. But on your end, you have to be able to receive it. You have to be ready to receive it. You have to be ready to handle everything that he is going to put on your plate. And yeah, that's literally the message. God is just saying, be careful, okay? You are about to receive this blessing, but be careful that you do not drop the ball on your end. Be careful that you are in a position to where you are not able to pay your bills. Be careful before you are in a position to where something is being taken away and that is not meant to be taken away, okay? Yeah, and that's literally the message. We all have free will, and God will guide us and show us the way. I feel like if you are fully dependent upon God, he is going to ensure that you are okay and you're able to manage everything. He's going to ensure that you have the funding that you need. This is not a message for someone that don't have the money. This is for somebody that either they have the money in their pocket, or God is going to ensure that they have the money when they need the money. However, you have to be able to manage it. You have to be able to manage it. You have to be able to manage it. Have it together. Have it together. Have it together. Like, I just feel like, I feel that deep in my spirit. Like, don't feel like God is just going to throw you out there, and like, this is something that you are able to manage. This is something that you are able to handle. You may have even been handling it in little parts and portions, Maybe this is for somebody that has been accustomed to paying bills. This is for somebody that has been like, but it's not big stuff, okay? God is saying that you are ready for the big stuff. You may think that you're not, but He got you. Like He is like basically saying He got you. He's going to ensure that you have what you need to pay it. However, you need to learn to manage it. That's why He's saying get stats annually, like every month. Check how much you spent, how much you made, and where it all went to. Like keep up with that so that you will have you need to organize that. And I hear God saying for somebody that you have learned this before, you have went over this before, and when you went over it, it may have been harder, it may have been too much for you, but God gave it to you in that sense so that when you received it and you were on your own, you will be able to handle it. It's like somebody going through training. When you are on training at a job, it's sometimes a lot harder than when you're actually working the job. Like when I became a nursing assistant, when I went to school, it was a lot more intense in school and taking the state exam than it was actually working at the nursing home. And I just feel like God is saying that sometimes the training is intense, but it's intense for a reason. God is trying to ensure that you are prepared for the next step, okay? That's the message. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for joining me for March Madness, and I will see you guys later. Deuces.